Shalom, I'm gonna give a praise and glory to Yahweh, Shema Hoshai, Shema Kakadash, and double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, the Thomas Truth, and peace, blessing, and salutations to the hopeful elect. And yeah, man, this is just a little dream that I had. Basically a testimony, if you wanna call it that. But crazy thing is, I was actually on my PS5 just chilling, playing a couple of games of Shipment on Modern Warfare 2, and literally while I was playing, I was thinking to myself, do I go ahead and do a video on this dream or not? I wasn't sure. And then literally after the game finished, I saw this one. So you got the 144 right there, and then you got 544, which we know 5 means power. And we know it means power because like it makes mention here, it's lucky I'm not 5 angels. Where's the Maccabees? Here we go. 2nd Maccabees 10 and 29, and it says, "But when the battle waxed strong, there appeared unto the enemies from heaven 5 comely men upon the horses, with bridles of gold, and 2 of them led the Jews, or the tribe of Judah." Or you could think of it as being Judah, Benjamin, Levi, because we know that's the southern kingdom right there. And yeah, man, the 5 symbolizing power. So I'm gonna go ahead and talk about this dream. And so it basically started off, it was like apocalyptic, like a dystopian world, and there was vile creatures roaming around the streets. And I was literally just chilling, and in this tower, or shall I say, in this house, and it was like it was broken down or basically made into something like a watchtower. The house was basically literally made into a watchtower. And what happened was these creatures were basically running around, acting all crazy, attacking people, and I was just standing there watching, witnessing, not even witnessing, but just observing what the people were doing. And literally, they were fighting these zombie creatures, man. They were fighting these sort of zombie creatures. And the crazy thing is, I had spiritual power. I was able to fly. Like, that's all I know. That's all I know from now. I could fly in that dream. It was evident that I could fly. So if I wanted to get out of there and escape, it would have been easy. I mean, all the scriptures talk about having the power of flight, and those that wait upon the everlasting God will receive power, man. Isaiah 40 and 28, it says, "Hast thou not known, hast thou not heard, that the everlasting God, the Lord Yahweh, Shema Hoshai, the creator of the ends of the earth, fainteth not, neither is weary? There is no searching of his understanding. He giveth power to the faint, and to them that have no might he increases strength. Even the youth shall faint and be weary, and the young men shall hardly fall. But they that wait upon the Lord Yahweh, Shema Hoshai, shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles, and they shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint." So yeah, man, it was known for me to fly. And literally there was like 3 dreams packed into this one sleep. And then all of a sudden, I was transported to another part of the dream, and I was being chased by the heathen. Like literally, I was being chased by the heathen, and I was I thought it looked like what's the place with the beach in America? I think it was LA. I was in Los Angeles. It would, there was this beautiful beach, and literally, while I was over there, I was basically being chased by the heathen, and they wanted to cut me off or get rid of me. And literally, there was basically this thing going on where the ones who had power, and when I say power, I mean the type of power that Esau has. He was basically he had all these businesses set up over there where, how can I word this, they were literally scamming the people. They were scamming the people. So any money they made, it would go directly to the elite. So no one would be making anything. And literally, at certain times, you wouldn't be allowed to go out, because if you went out, you were getting taken. And when I say taken, I mean trafficked. Yeah, those things were going on in that dream. And like I said, I had the power of flight, so it was nothing for me to get around and escape the heathen. And then all of a sudden, I remember being in this house, and the heathen coming, and at first I was just flying around the house, literally just having fun, playing around. And then all of a sudden they basically shot someone that I hold dearly to my heart. And I just lost it, man. I just lost it. All of a sudden, I created these two knives out of nothing. I literally had power of the elements to just make things. So I created these two knives, and I went to go execute judgment, man. And I was flying around just chopping people up. Or should I say the people with the guns. I was chopping them all up, man. And they were wearing these black outfits. They had these hoods that were black. These balaclavas or shiesties. They were literally wearing those, covering up, and had guns, and they were just trying to shoot me. And he wasn't doing nothing, man. The bullets were doing nothing to me, and I just flew over and just chopped them up, man. I chopped them up. But also, like I made mention, I had the power of creation, and so did the Son of God, being Yahushai, or he came back as King Solomon. And let me get that. Wisdom of Solomon 7:17, it says, "For you have given me certain knowledge of the things that are, namely to know how the world was made." And yeah, if Yahushua is the one who made the worlds, as it makes mention in the book of Hebrews chapter 1. And it says, and the operation of the elements. And if you go into the etymology of that word operation, it goes in to act or to perform. So King Solomon clearly had spiritual power. So yeah, in this dream, I was able to fly. I was able to literally pull elements from out of nowhere and put them together to create things. And yeah, after I basically did all that bloodbath and that bloodshed, and you know what? Let me get this, man. Let me get this, because the scriptures do say that. Ecclesiasticus 40:8, and like I said, I was executing judgment. It says, such things happen unto all flesh, both man and beast, and that is sevenfold more upon sinners. Death and bloodshed, strife and sore calamities, famine, tribulation, and the scourge. These things were created for the wicked, and for their sakes came the flood. So yeah, man, it was complete a bloodbath when I was locked in the house with those heathen. Literally, there was blood everywhere, man. No one could escape me. But yeah, carrying on with the dream, I was basically transported again, and this is another dream. This is the last one. And inside this dream, I was basically in the city, and it looked like university. It looked like university over there in the US. And what happened was I was just chilling, flying around, just running errands, going to different cities, just flying all over the earth, just chilling. And then I came across this woman, and I took a liking to her. And all I can say is oh man. Basically what happened was I was walking with her, we were talking, we were getting along just fine, and then all of a sudden she goes off with some other dude. And I ain't gonna lie, man, that messed me up. That messed me up, man. It messed me up in the dream. Obviously not in real life. This is what was happening in the dream. She basically went off with another dude, and then I basically went outside because I was basically looking from afar, like on this balcony place, looking at her going off with the other dude, and I was like, what? And then so I decided to follow her. I went outside. I could not find her at all. It was like she just disappeared out of thin air. And then I started walking, and I was thinking to myself, should I just fly instead? I'll be able to catch her that way or find her that way. And I was like, nah, man, I gotta conceal myself. I gotta hide from these other nations, man. And at that point, I didn't want fame. I did not want fame. So I just acted like I was normal, like one of them. And I was walking now, I came across this J woman. She had a child. And I asked her, has she seen the girl? And she goes, yeah, she was just down there. I literally walked right past her. And basically, I was like, you know what, let me go back. So I ended up walking back to where I came out of that building, and I still couldn't find her. And at this point, I was enraged. Well, not even enraged, just like pissed off, basically, because we were getting along just fine. She runs off with another dude. Like, and even then, that happens in real life, and it's annoying, man. It's annoying. But yeah, carrying on with the dream, I was literally just standing there minding my own business, just thinking about what just happened. And then all of a sudden, these Jake women come up to me, and I don't know how they knew, but they were basically making fun of me and mocking me that that the woman basically chose another dude over me. And I'm thinking, I don't have to take none of this. I'm one of the sons of God. I have spiritual power. And I was just getting angry, man. And I thought, you know what, I've had enough of these people, man. I've had enough. I'm taking flight. And, like Superman. Let me see if I can get it. Superman. Earth. Hopefully I can find it. It might have to be the first flight. Superman. First flight. Hopefully it's the new one. Well, not the new one, but
Catch every NFL game with Game Pass on DAZN. Sign up at DAZN.com/NFL.
Wow, 2 ads in them. What? 3 ads? About to say me, yo. So like I'm just seeking it. So you know what? Let me just go to the place. Yeah, here we go.
In time, you will help them.
So look at that, man. It's 4:44. 4:44, you know. And like I said, man, at this point, I was like, I've had enough of these people. I just want to get away from them. And how I took off was like this, man. And how I said, like, the earth was shaking when I was about to take off. Before I even take off, the earth was shaking and quaking. And that's real power, man.
Accomplish wonders.
That's how it was. That's how it was, man. I literally took off and I was flying into the air, man. I was flying all the way into the air, and I was literally going all the way up to the first firmament, man. I literally flew up to the firmament, and I ain't gonna lie, you know, I saw up there, I saw water. I literally saw water. it was crazy. We know what the scriptures say, man. In Genesis 1:6. And it says, and God said, let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters. And God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament, and it was so. And the crazy thing about this is, when I took off, I was literally flying so fast that I literally changed locations. I changed locations in a matter of seconds. And as I was flying, I was looking upwards, and I saw like another ocean above me, and then I looked down and I saw another ocean beneath me, and I knew I was flying all the way up to the firmament. And I can't lie, man, I got scared. But let me continue with the scripture here, verse 8. And God called the firmament heaven, and the evening and the morning were the second day. So I basically flew up to the first heaven, man, and I got scared because of how high it was. I've never flown that high. And we know what happened with Peter when he got scared, when he had the power. Let's find out what happened. Yeah, Matthew 14:28, he says, and Peter answered him and said, Lord, if it be thou, bid me come unto thee under water. And he said, come. And when Peter was come down out of the ship, he walked on the water to go to Yahushua. But when he saw the wind boisterous, he was afraid, and beginning to sink, he cried, saying, Lord, save me. And it says, and immediately Yahushua stretched forth his hand and caught him and said unto him, O thou of little faith, wherefore didst thou doubt? So because he was afraid, the power stopped. And in order to use the spiritual power, you have to have faith. And we know that the Lord is the one who gives the elect of the elect the faith in order to believe, man. So really, if you want that power, the Lord has to give it to you, for real. And like I was making mention while I was up in the air, basically by the first heaven, I got afraid of how high I was, and I started falling, man. And I was falling and falling and falling, and I swear, this is where it starts to get real. While I was falling, I was saying, save me, Yahweh Shem Hawashai. Save me, Yahweh Shem Hawashai. Save me, Yahweh Shem Hawashai. And literally, while I was falling, my eyes were opening up, and I could literally see my bed. Literally, I could see my bed. And my eyes were opening. I was literally, it's like I was still in the dream, but my eyes were opening. And while I was waking up, I literally heard myself saying, save me, Yahweh Hashem Hawashai. And on the third time, my eyes opened, man. My eyes opened. And that dream was, it just, like that disappeared, man. Like literally, it was like I was half awake. It's like I was asleep and awake at the same time when I was saying, save me, Yahweh Hashem Hawashai. I was conscious. I knew what was going around. Well, around me in real life. And it was crazy, man. All praise to Yahweh Hashem Hawashai, man. That power's coming. That power is coming. Zechariah 12:8. And it says, in that day shall the Lord Yahweh Hashem Hawashai defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem, being the elect of the elect, being those who are of the 1/3, the men, women, and children that believe in Yahweh Hashem Hawashai. They're going to be protected, man. And he that is feeble among them at that day shall be as David. And we know he killed tens of thousands of people when he was basically warring with the Philistines. he definitely had power, man. He was able to jump high. He was able to run fast. He had quick reactions. He was on a whole different level. And it says, and the house of David shall be as God, as the angel of the Lord before them. So just imagine that type of power, man, that they're going to possess. And that's going to be given to his fishers, man, being the prophets, man. Now the scripture may mention, I shall send for many fishers, saith the Lord. And then after I shall send for many hunters, and they shall fish them, or slucky, they shall hunt them out. You know, let me just get it, man. I think it's in Jeremiah chapter 30, and I'll close on that. Jeremiah 30. Oh, where is it? Actually, you know what? I know where it is. Jeremiah. Is it 16? Yeah. Here we go, Jeremiah 16:16. It says, behold, I will send for many fishers, being the prophets. That's why they had to go out to the highways and byways. So they could basically cast a word, or literally throw that fishing line, which that's them speaking a word. And it says, saith the Lord Yahweh Shai, and they shall fish them. And after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill, and out of the holes of the rocks. And it says, for mine eyes are upon all their ways, they are not hid from my face, neither is their iniquity hid from mine eyes. And first I will recompense their iniquity and their sin double, because they have defiled my land. They have filled my inheritance with the carcasses of their detestable and abominable things. And yeah, man. Literally, there's going to be no escape for those that have committed iniquity or sinned against the Lord in that time. Like right now, it's the time of the fishers. But it's coming to the time where it's going to be the time of the hunters. And there'll be no more talking. Just straight judgment. But yeah, man, I hope this was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Shem HaShai, Shem HaKadosh, and Shalom.